Hey guys, I'm Katie Nolan. Today is Thursday, February 28th. Perez Hilton is a dad. One more time. Perez Hilton is a dad. And this is your Guyism Speed Round. During his big farewell, Pope Benedict told a huge crowd of people in St. Peter's Square that during his papacy, there were moments where it seemed like the Lord was sleeping, but ultimately he always knew that the boat of the church is not mine, is not ours, but is his, and he will not let it sink. To which Jesus was like, yeah, man, I hear you. Spot on. It would be easier for me to keep this thing afloat if you and your priests would stop rocking it. A little girl returned home from Yosemite National Park to find that she had accidentally taken 2 sticks home with her, which you're not supposed to do. So she put them in an envelope and sent them back to the park, along with an adorable note apologizing to the rangers and asking them to please put them back into nature. If only you could do that every time you accidentally brought 2 twigs home with you, no one would ever have to call the Olsen twins a cab. Someone, somewhere, for some reason, is working on making a Titanic 2, which the designer says will be absolutely the most safe cruise ship in the world. So you should definitely name it after the Titanic, as opposed to after literally any other ship that's existed since then that didn't end up disappearing into the aquatic abyss like a guy who pissed off the mafia. A bunch of South Korean kids were kicked out of a McDonald's for spending $250 on French fries, pouring them onto a bunch of trays, and having what they're calling a potato party. You know how you can go into In-N-Out and ask to have your fries animal style? This is what happens if you go into a McDonald's and ask for your fries Gangnam style. Famous celebrity blogger and all-around terrible person Perez Hilton has adopted a baby boy. That's right, someone handed this a child and is going to allow them to keep it. Perez says he's excited to change the kids' diapers because it's been a really long time since anyone gave a shit. This, by the way, I love this photo. This is a photo of when he got beat up by will.i.am. Literally the least aggressive black person in the entire music industry. Like, I'm pretty sure Brian McKnight could punch you in the face 5 times and then start back at 1 before will.i.am even has his hoops out. This man, Gary Thompson, says he makes $60,000 to $100,000 a year begging for money on the street because he's in a wheelchair and has a great sob story. Only problem is there's nothing actually wrong with him and the entire thing is made up and a lie. Doesn't that piss you off? This guy plays you for a total fool and takes all of your money and makes 6 figures doing absolutely nothing. While you're all pissed, so does this guy, and this guy, and this guy. So, Justin Bieber made this fashion decision recently. It's both stylish and practical. He just poops right there in his pants and then lets it pile up until he has enough to make an album, and then he sells it to us. And we buy it, 'cause we suck. Detectives in Rancho Bernardo are looking for 2 unidentified men who stole a jukebox from the lobby of a local Hooters. So far, all they have to go on is this sketch drawn from descriptions given by patrons of the restaurant at the time of the theft. They're not so good with faces. Jared Leto tried to stay relevant by telling Twitter that if he got to 1 million followers, he would get a tattoo. Then he got 1 million followers, and then he got a tattoo. It's so riveting. He even got a couple more followers as he was leaving the tattoo shop. But that's just because he still had his shirt off and people were trying to figure out what the fuck that was tattooed on this guy's back. The marketing director of YouPorn.com is a job title that exists. He's reached out to the former Miss Delaware Teen USA, who we all found out yesterday had to resign when it turned out that she appeared in a pornog, and he offered her $250,000 to travel around promoting their site as Miss YouPorn. Up until now, Miss YouPorn was just something you say when you have to stay at your parents' house for a week during the holidays. Miss YouPorn, miss you so much. And that is going to do it for your speed round, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button, share with your friends, subscribe to our channel, and be sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know which part made you laugh the loudest. And if you haven't laughed yet today, there'll be a link in the description, as usual, to a video that will make you do so. Enjoy your Thursdays. Head on over to my Facebook, and there will be a link, a status, whatever, and just write things. Use your computer to make words, to ask me questions through viewer email, and I will be right back here tomorrow answering those and with more headlines that you need to know. This is a photo of an actual cannon that was used in real life to fire packets of marijuana over the Mexican-California border. But not before the people firing it smoked enough of it to be like, dude, We should totally use a giant cannon to, like, fire packets of this across the Mexican-California border, man. Tomorrow.